Wow, Stompn versus Spoit. Holy shit, locked in. Locked in.
This is kind of crazy seeing Stompn versus Spoit.
Yeah.
Especially on Lair. They're actually so good on this map, both of them. I don't know, bro. This is going to be a tough game.
I see some Spoit glazers in the chat.
For bottom up, they've got Ambi working in already.
Spoit's on a DMR though. I don't know about the DMR plays for
how
him.
they play with Aurora.
Oh my god. That's all. That's Ambi.
We mentioned, yes, you can get close proximity to
It's like
sites
Ambi and Spoit on DMRs.
surrounding area
Oh
is full of
Jesus.
the dreaded 90-degree position. How many times have you seen a smoke with a shotgun? Just deny that. And if you could just limit mobility, which is very prevalent for the defense with Aurora, that could be a huge impact for the side of Shopify. Drone economy is looking a little bit weak at this stage.
Like, nope.
Lost, and G2 will take full
He knows better.
advantage of it.
He doesn't want to give up pickup.
Moments for Shopify, not committing too early on.
I think they know that they have a cappy, maybe.
Opportune moment to get themselves poised up, and this is going to be the first Aurora panel deployed.
Interesting too that they're coming from this side. Normally when you see the Aurora and the Sens and stuff, they're coming from like bathroom or display side to cut off that doorway and make their way in through security, I think it is. But they're opening.
Now they got a blast now. They're not going to peek smoke.
Door into cut-off bathroom.
Oh, he can't reward it all. Yep, Alamo.
Nice.
Pressure here, but it's Alamo with the opening pick on to Surf. That's
Why can't he
player
roar that
gone,
off?
Because it was a zombie.
You want here with the smokes, but the defense have a lane to back up.
Alamo, though, reduced to a single point of HP at this stage. The information is good, and Rexon...
1 HP. Made him 1 HP, though. Made him 1 HP. That's fine.
So we go to a level playing field, 4 players each way. 60 seconds remain. Very
Top is still alive.
Patience is going to be so...
Spoit's still alive.
Oh, a zombie has the play. Zombie has the play.
45 seconds.
Shopify Rebellion, the push into you. Great.
Oh, God.
Grenade goes out to try and mark this off and give a little bit of exposure. We're going to run straight into the waiting arms of Doki.
Come on, Doki, nice.
He's going to have a keeper by himself.
Doki! Doesn't matter.
Three Ambi shuts him down. Advantage G2.
Come on,
just
Zach.
about 30 seconds left to go.
And does this give Ambi enough cover to safely go for the plant? It's all up to Spoit to cover.
Spoit.
He's on the doorway. In comes the ROU. Ambi gets off the plant, but he's down. Spoit gets one in the hallway. Now it's a 1v1.
Oh!
Loira.
Laura!
A very now
Laura!
players who are very mechanically gifted. And well, Alamo, I'm sure you might
What's he saying? What did he say?
You know what would have
I didn't think Tom's gonna talk shit.
Can opener.
He's just gonna be like, I'm the king.
On the EU leaders for it, diving on board with Spoit. Dokubi, the operator of choice from this one. Logic bomb.
This is not Spoit.
Probably many cheese ops that we can expect from Shopify Rebellion. There's no Warden being played yet. The wall has been opened by Canadian now, bringing those can openers, and E is also,
I guess,
on Ying shotgun, becoming more
only
and
his
more
face
popular.
cam works.
Speaking of DZ, Spirits walk up the main stairs with the Ying shotgun and obliterate the smoke who's trying to play there. Obviously, a top-down take is in the cards for Spotify Rebellion. Dokubi is going to help expedite this roam clear.
It's just slowly bleeding away utility. 1 impact burn from G2, but that was likely in the early stage of this prep. The call is perfect. Ambi finds 1. Wave goodbye to Doki. That's your 2 Barao gone. Rexon's going to combine the issue. Blaz going to be next to fall from this side of Shopify Rebellion. And or from the side of G2, I should say. And this is going to put a lot of pressure on the remaining survivors of G2. Rotations will be limited, and they're running out of space to work with.
Slowly getting boxed in. Stomping a duo here in storage with Alamo. Smoke able to get away, it seems. Actually, still upstairs.
Why would Doki swing the window?
Test up here. Take something back. G2 know that if Shopify showed against Weibo what happens when you let this team set up. So I think it's a wise move from G2 to keep contesting here, but with the lack of info, Ambi is sitting on yet another cutoff. Good for 2. Now it's Alamo and Loira stuck on 2 different floors. There's no way for Alamo to rotate back. Loira almost dies to Vert. They've got active info on him. Here comes one coming in from the horizontal. Rexon takes him out. Sure, Ambi dies.
Why would Doki swing the window? We have so much utility to use. We have so much.
G2 in the mid-round.
I'm about to hold on. I need to take a walk. We need to bait a little more. We need to bait a little bit more.
Looking like they're going to go for another full map clear. People setting up upstairs. They're going to walk right into G2's roam. You see a lot of attacking teams. If they want to do a full map clear on a really big map, they'll feign a site hit, and it'll force some of the roamers back. Sometimes it doesn't cost you anything. Might as well be a gamble. Shopify Rebellion are actually getting some really early site info, too. I'm wondering if they're looking to just hit.
I feel like the way they're posturing in this position, that is the intention.
Here we go.
That's going to be the first Candela, and that's going to
Chat,
be
y'all see how weird
Canadian
Canadian plays?
He's going to deploy a second to buy him a little bit more space. He tries to charge in towards B. Rexon finds the opening on the Blaz. The super story in the hands of Stompn needs to win his one. And
Nice,
Zach.
Zach. Nice, Zach.
Nice, Zach.
Finding two now, and G2 swing back into control. The control, though, from Canadian with that pistol in hand, finding one with Doki.
Zach's getting sold. Zach is getting sold.
Seconds, and a logic bomb raining off. Stompn wounded down below in sight, and Alamau somewhat disconnected from the rest of his team.
What can Alamau do here? Because I think the hatch is also closed, and they know exactly where Stompn is, but he still picks off Canadian like a trapped animal. He becomes incredibly fierce, and Alamau rotates outside to duel with him, taking the fight and winning it.
Zach just won him the round, bro.
Spoit. Both players in a corner. And Shopify Rebellion still unable to win the fights. And
Who
another
are you challenging?
Crazy, corner.
He was stuck in a corner. He was stuck in a corner and killed 4 people.
Crazy rotate.
Best player in the world.
Yeah, I mean,
Best player
I
in
think
the
they
world.
Also had case control.
He's doing that to this team, he's going to do it to every team.
Especially in that defensive deep corner positions. And the Ying makes perfect sense. G2 have realized that this is probably going to be a very important part of the strategy from Shopify Rebellion. So taking away that Ying early is going to be a big benefit for them.
That round was huge.
They could probably 5-1 this team now, I'm not going to lie, with that momentum.
These guys for a while.
For sure.
I completely forgot. But I
that
think
shit's like a mental choker. They're like, oh shit.
Now Shopify Rebellion are like, all right, it's Blackbeard time.
Why do I only see Rexon's face cam?
Still rocking the sense, so you can't blind the defense, but you still have that kind of wedge to cut through the sight and create space for you.
His face is in his screen. The camera can't even see his face.
Doesn't matter how good your wedge is if there's fire and toxic gas right in front of you. They're once again trying to force out Alamau from this main stairs position. They don't have the Glaz this time. Shopify Rebellion are going to have to figure out some other way to get rid of both Alamau and now Stompn duoing with him. They're very
Hey, Stompn's like activated, I could tell.
This is where having
he's activated.
Of the veterans of Canadians can be very important. This is where your problem solving needs to be absolutely spot on. Giving a little bit of that visual cover, meaning it's not going to be as easy as GD to spot the rotations and movements, and maybe getting a little bit of eyes on exactly the position Shopify want them to be looking so they can try and find pressure elsewhere.
Oh God.
Tachanka fire also you can hear coming out from Doki. Kiva barriers getting set up by Loira too, so you can play a little bit more forward on these breaches as Rexon now on the ace, something that Shopify Rebellion had lacked on their initial play of this site. They didn't have anyone to
they're playing like
those
a
bunker walls, and I'm sure they're very thankful for that. It makes your avenue into the bomb site a lot easier. Once you burn away all that utility, as long as there's no C4, and you have op control, you can just sneak your way in, and Rexon tries to do that from the outside.
And he's gonna fling.
Holy shit, they're gonna get flooded,
and they
bro.
destroy
and he's gonna fling.
Shopify Rebellion as they try to execute onto the bomb site. 3 unanswered
Yep,
kills.
get away, Zach.
Finally, Surf is there to get one, and he's chasing down this player.
Doesn't even matter. Doesn't matter. 30 seconds.
Perfect trades. There's a 1v2. Surf pulled so much magic out of his hat in the earlier game. Can he do it again against G2 with Loira behind Akiba? Utility still in pocket, going for the fake Flores to try and bait the Zazami out. Here's the swing, but Loira wins it.
Doesn't matter.
I like the bravery.
They're about a 5-1, bro.
I don't know, Sky. They're floating. Yep, Zachary. This is what he does, chat. This is what he does, bro. Nah, because it is funny, though, because, like, I know what Jinxie means when he says, like, everybody used to be like, a console player can never be good at
figure out how to change it to
PC.
perfectly stop.
Bro, FaZe has to play a BO3, bro, today.
Against
I think your
against Falcons, right?
I have a feeling that Ambi's job's gonna playing on that cut with that gridlock, able to limit mobility with those track stingers.
Surf right now, still on the roof droning. I think he's along with Rexon right now.
You and me go look gone. I think we're pretty
so push
gone.
comes to shove. He's not going to be taking aggressive
we're absolute
space in sight. He's going to try and get somewhere safe with the coverage of that shield. Right now, droning out the same floor. The way they're setting up, I think it might be maybe a cut upstairs to stop the usefulness of the vert. But otherwise, just going straight into sight. Loira opening up this barricade, trying to apply pressure to Spoit, who's just on the other side of it. Shopify continue to sit on the... There's 3 people on drones right now, just waiting for some kind of call.
Oh, they're gonna go for like a plant.
Need to show a little bit of
they're gonna go for a plant and a smoke because they have no warden.
Shopify are wanting G2 to
How do I
walk
tell
into
you,
these cutoffs, wanting them to make
he's gonna try to turtle plant with shield and a smoke.
And just wait. Every second the drain's away is gonna make things so much harder for Shopify to try and solve this. So I think the wise
That's exactly what's gonna happen.
Not take full aggression.
But we have this shit on lock.
Opened up nicely. They're gonna make some good progress. But G2 just showing the patience game with vertical control still being held.
This shit on
it's gonna be very difficult to try and get a plant
be able to do anything.
Problem is, if someone tries to flank up through that hallway, Surf might be a dead man. And now getting frozen out by those Zotos, but it's not going to stop him from planting. Now halfway through, is anything going to stop him? Yeah. Surf takes out the player that was attempting to flank through, and the plant goes down. Now it's a post. Surf ends up sacrificing his life for that plant.
Right.
Still,
hey, stop. So we're clip farming.
Shopify Rebellion, all they need to do is hold these outside positions, hold these cuts, and once G2 are forced to rotate down, Shopify Rebellion can take upstairs and use
see a real retake?
Advantage.
You want to see a real retake?
Gets a big kill on Stompn.
Yeah, never mind. They were double.
There's still players on the cut outside the breach.
Yo.
Wait.
Oh my god.
But there's nothing to find. But this
what
could be
is that?
A safe defuse spot. Blaz tucked in the corner. Now Shopify Rebellion
Who is on the
aggressive, but Rexon finds the hole.
What?
Slitting through the vert. Alamouth pads his stats, but Shopify
What
Rebellion
is that
find
plant
the
spot?
hole.
It is a hold on. You can't shoot him from above. That plant spot is literally unkillable unless you directly C4 him.
Yeah, that's Pro League, bro. Welcome
to Pro League. All right, listen. 4-2, GG's. We win the game. 3-3, a little scary. Because they're really good at attack. We already know that. Stomping on Clash.
They take the timeout, and they use the timeout just to guarantee.
Hey, Blaz, let me know.
Make sure
let me know if you
they
need a
get
sub.
Nah, he's on support. He'll be good.
To get a significant amount of space and essentially be knocking on the door of sight within the first 45 seconds. They're going to go a different approach this time, but Stompn bringing a different look, opting to bring the Clash this time around. Yeah, and again, something that we highlight all the time back in NA is that Stompn, back when he was on console and when he started playing PC, he was like the dictionary definition of no-brain Ashman. He was running in, he was killing everybody because he was plain and simple just better than everyone else because the skill gap on console is so huge, but he switches to PC and he matured in under a year so quickly. He started as the Ashy on a Zoe, just running and kill everyone, to playing Lion, Nomad, Clash, as we can see, and it's again, like, I don't mean to ride, but it's so impressive. Good save from that one.
Yeah, I'm sure console's just Ash no brain running. I'm sure.
We run this PC shit. Like, I don't know what the f you're talking about.
Mind you, this commentator is a 0x face it winner.
Yep. Absolute 0x.
Shopify haven't shown their hand just yet.
Except for Pengu.
No one's stopping out either teams. Blaz having a slow start here on layer for playing very important roles with the utility.
4-2, come on, Sky, 4-2.
I don't know, bro. I don't know. This attack they're doing right now, Ryan, is really good, bro.
Second keeper sent out to make it a little bit more.
But if we manage to stay alive,
60
we're good.
seconds left. No picks. Shopify struggling for control.
Only thing I'm worried about is
they
know Blaz is trapped in the corner. Here comes Rexon.
He's dead.
Comes.
Unless he wins the one.
He's not moving.
He wins his one.
Rexon, though, might make a lot of noise as this sledge. He doesn't catch the runaway.
Oh, no,
Goyo persists.
That's a good
That's good help. That's good help.
That was perfect timing. Let's go.
Yep, now they're mental chops.
Now Shopify Rebellion are in a much worse
position. Start shocking them.
This motherfucker is always planning.
Canadian is attempting this plan. He's halfway through. Is anything going to stop him? No.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
At quite the cost.
They have Vert,
let Stompn go first for Clash.
If Abby wins this one, we lost.
He gets a pick. Loira down and nobody's upstairs with him. He can continue to hold this Vert. Canadian almost wins, but gets the kill in the end and trades with Blaz.
And he
what a shot from the IGL.
Wait.
Ambi now has a bug. Stompn, the shield can only face one way. Ambi's got the angle.
Wait,
in comes the counter
I've seen him win these before.
Trying to bait it. Ambi's got the pings. And Stompn knows he just has to stick.
How did he trade? Trade X! Hey, 7-3 Stompn. Hey, watch these attacks. Canadian's a good-ass IGL. He got 2 plants back-to-back. Canadian's like Masamitsu. Just plays weird operators and plants the bomb.
The Ying and the Glaz are played to perfection. And we know, again, what Shopify just did, how powerful the Glaz can be, and with aim like Loira and with Doki probably going to be hitting backside with that Nook, G2 might have a recipe for success here.
So a little bit of perhaps mispositioning is on our poor read into what Shopify are doing in this round. They'll drop it, and they'll try and get this courtyard wall open. There's a little bit of early control externally.
Spoit also closing off one of those rotations to help, again, bolster the defense, force G2 to make a choice. You know, if you're only bringing the thermite, yes, the walls are free, but we're going to make so many walls closed that you're going to have to pick and choose where you want to open. You're not going to have all these options available to you as now the smokes go in. Here comes Stompn with the plant. It's going down. Spoit trying to keep it off. Stompn taking a lot of damage. 2 players dead from G2. It's the lurker and the glass. The planter dies, but he gets it off. But the man advantage might be too much for G2 to bear. In comes Spoit, wins the close fight against the Glaz, and now Blaz is the last player standing. He could potentially use Vert, but again, there's just so many players to worry about. It might be over. He lands a beautiful shot to get on the board, but Spoit still had Kibas in the pocket.
What?
And from there, the round is just over.
What the f was that rush? Stompn got the bomb down and 3 people died. The only person that should have died there was Stompn. Stompn died planting the bomb, literally in the smoke, but it doesn't really matter when 3 other people died as the bomb went down. That's gotta stop with that. I ain't never seen that rush before.
Nope, they've been drinking too much, bro. This is what happens when you get
I ain't never seen that rush plant.
You start drinking, bro, you start doing dumb shit like this, bro.
This could be what we're witnessing.
I'm done, bro. Bro, I see the Alamo with like a 2-foot bottle of like alcohol, bro.
This might be a 7-7.
Walk away method?
Go ahead.
Try it.
G2 opening up that wall already. Again, the benefit of not having to deal with a Cade or a Bandit means those are really quick. Namely, you know, Blackbeard or Blitz. They rock Doki on the fuse instead, and he's got the crappy.
Andy overpeaks like a motherfucker. Watch.
I hate that thing. He's trying to just work his way down the hallway.
Told you, Andy.
Hell is the sends, and
I told you, Andy overswings everything. I told you.
He gets traded, but he's Castle. His job is done. He's got the cut, but Doki is there to repair the round for G2.
Spoit, are you lost?
2 massive kills, and now the site potentially soon.
That pistol will be requesting
shots,
apology from
My
you,
bad. My bad.
Couldn't do that with a PMM, wouldn't have the mic capacity for it. And the big thing is advantage with G2. Great job from Doki diving down and finding 2. And now they have a shield to work with less guns on the side of Shopify Rebellion. Canadian still has all utility in back pocket to work with at this point, and that could be a massive benefit, but a single gunfight in favor of G2, and this round could spiral out of control. They still have vertical control, toying with this idea in a very close encounter. I see Blaz getting ready for one as well. And G2 resetting back, or Shopify resetting to a very default and passive state.
All 3 of them are upstairs, so they better hope the Vert is enough to stop this eventual plant attempt, but
is this guy...
The man on the left side, Rexon hears him, evades the shots for now, goes back to holding the Vert, doesn't want to get too distracted. Doing with Canadian, who's now going to start sending his Toxic Babes down into the bomb site. 45 seconds left, though. It's plenty of time for G2 to try to stall this out. And again, the most important thing is that Shopify Rebellion, if they fully turn their attention towards the Vert, that is when the Grim is going to strike, but Blaz takes a ton of damage. Rexon obviously aware.
That's good distraction.
As he takes the fight, the plant is going down. Smoke Babe comes out. Is it too late? No, Canadian through the smoke denies the plant. 3-on-3, 20 seconds. In goes Stompn to the other side, but there's so many holes, he doesn't know where to go. Blaz upstairs picks up one. Alamo hunting upstairs another. And it's all over thanks to the lurk upstairs by G2.
You Brazilian, good-looking. Come on. Come on. Keep talking shit. Hey, keep talking shit. Look, yo.
His name was Alamo.
I'm telling you, Ambi has the playstyle of a squirrel. He swings everything. When I played him in Roller Saturday, I dropped 18 on his head because I'm a baiter. Just bait him. It's a free kill. Oh, shit. Spoit's on the Bashi.
A minute and a half, but either way.
Oh, shit. Bashi shouldn't be allowed. Not gonna lie. Look at him. Look at the gun.
So
look at Spoit.
Where will they find the weak link in Shopify?
Oh, shit. Stompn entering.
Spoit has been given permission to don the Vigil. And now, as we have Stompn on the Nook, 2 operators, and I imagine will likely find themselves in close proximity sooner.
Nope, Blitz. No, Blitz. No.
Toying with extended roam pressure. Will use that smoker to give him a little bit of concealment and likely expecting the dive through that rotation, but he plays it patient. And that was almost going to be a masterful read.
What are you doing?
Caught up. The trade from Doki's there. Ambi finds with an Nitro Cell, and in the blink of an eye, we find ourselves in a 3 versus 3.
They ran away. All right, 3v3, they're inside. Oh god, they have a C4. But they have no C4s.
Unfortunately, traded away.
Again, you lose your blitz, you lose that spearhead, and you lose IQ with a Valkyrie on the board.
3v3.
You don't know how much info Spotify Rebellion could possibly have. Like you said, with everyone
Laura and Stompn are alive.
Case likely soon to be recovered by the attack, and even though it's a 3-on-3, even though 4 players are dead, we still got half the round to go. So G2 still with plenty of time to try and reposition, figure out how they want to take this. First things first, denying this mirror window as it looks like they're trying to take the case.
What?
Oh, so tantalizingly close to getting a drone hole pick there. Just needed to creep a little bit further and perhaps could have found some free damage.
Oh god. Oh god.
Ironed out by this operator.
Stompn, he's flanking you. No.
Aware of the pressure is going to be, but these deep angles like this map presents, it's going to make things so difficult. Grenade goes out, denies that Banshee. As Rexin finds one, the Blaz, an untraded pick, and G2 might be on borrowed time, but 40 seconds. Loira and Stompn, the last 2 standing.
Zach, you got to win this one.
He checks corners.
Down the blue
They don't
stairs
know,
as
though.
Loira is still playing deep in Toxin. Both attackers on opposite sides of this basement. No tradability whatsoever. Maybe trying to link up on left.
He barely missed.
Surf prone in the corner, gets one, traded
You see,
back
you
by
see how he
Loira.
knew, though?
A winnable 1v2 if he can isolate these players.
Like, oh, I'm not checking that. Oh my god!
Oh my god! Oh my god, Ryan.
Rexin is just around the corner. Loira's got to whip out the revolver, and the
Laura!
tap is gone!
Laura! You are the king!
Absolutely insane from Loira. Out of his seat, action around the look.
Oh my god, he is nasty!
And G2 steal it.
Laura is nasty, on God. Yo, the fact that Zach knew to check the corner, he just barely missed the head. Baited him, revolver, one tap to the head. What did he say to the crowd? Hey, motherfucker. He's not talking. There's no crowd. On the other side is the other team. You're playing against the other team, literally in front of each other's faces. Yo, Laura. I'm still like, Laura's nasty.
Certified, bro. Hey, he's certified.
Stompn clutched one round. Laura clutched one round.
That probably looks so fun.
Go pro.
And you will not want to be the member of Shopify Rebellion dealing with that one, bearing down, of course, playing close with that shotgun. Doki caught out early. An aggressive run out from
Hey, as long as Doki's not dead, I don't give. Doki may be 1 HP. Just use your Twitch drones, get some util gone. I don't give.
Pick on the Doki.
Just
One or
bait.
two
Bait,
shots
yep.
and Doki is dead.
Stop. Come on, swap. Come on, stop.
You hear people saying a one-shot headshot game, HP doesn't
Almost
really
in,
matter, but it can
almost in.
change how you
Oh.
play.
my.
And the blitz trying to make space gets caught in a
Yes,
crossfire.
Blaz.
Blaz at the very least is good for a trade. We end up at even.
Even numbers.
G2 have taken quite a bit of
I'm not gonna lie,
space.
Rex is a
They're
demon on these
already
quick peeks,
just
bro.
on
We
the
gotta-
I don't give a
cusp
f. You know who Zachary Lamb is?
Confirming
Oh,
these
Tim.
positions as
Oh my
Loira
god, it's
goes
Zach.
to work downstairs. Doki
Nice,
gives
Doki.
G2 the advantage as Surf dies below.
It's all good, Loira. You're good, bro. We
his
got walls.
spot,
You're good.
6'4".
making
Oh my
sure
god.
that it's not
He's
isolated
what?
as he's staring up at the ceiling, making this defense uncomfortable, carrying the
Come on.
case, looking to push through.
Loira, just start
Shopify
swinging them,
Rebellion
Loira.
Don't have any indirect plant denial left either.
I think Doki has to play.
They find themselves.
Doki lurk. The guy on the left is
There's
gonna
a
run.
leisure mine on the window.
You mentioned without
No,
the denial in
BP.
hands of Canadian,
I don't think
this
it saw him,
is a
Sky.
Very difficult task indeed. Spoit has been.
Sky, I don't think it saw him.
Doki and Blaz.
Are you sure?
I don't know if anybody was on it.
He's gonna move.
HG goes out. Finds some damage on the Ambi. Intention likely to buy some space. The
Buck,
Prone Holes
no!
make this
Ambi's like,
advance
crackhead.
forward side of Blackbeard. Ambi does get Loira and brings us back to level play. Rexin, G2
Yeah,
on the
Ambi's
back
different,
foot, the
bro.
3
Ambi
versus
will-
2
He's a
all
crackhead. He's
offense.
gonna hit his shots. He's the best, one of the best aims of all time.
And G2 need to find a solution to this problem right here, right
Hold on.
now.
Who's alive, though,
20
Ryan?
seconds, a full HP Stompn, diffuser in hand, needs to win his ones. Walking into a
See how he, like,
nasty
knows?
crossfire. He takes some damage to his shoulder, and the time, the music.
You see how he
there.
knows?
Stompn doesn't win his one just yet, only downing Rexin. Spoit and Ambi so stunned.
No. Whatever. They sold. That was a bad sell. That was a sell. Well, it wasn't a sell, but 4v3. Yeah, Laura had to kill Ambi. Laura had to kill Ambi through the vert. He died through his own vert.
Actively swinging.
I'm saying a pinch real quick, chat.
The intention and the vision behind that pick from Shopify.
It also, as
What are you doing?
Doki
Doki!
just innocently tries to
What
shoot
are
a
you
can.
doing?
Swung by Spoit and
What the absolute-
I think is so to the site this way.
No, I don't think it's a BO3. It's not. It's not. It's a BO1.
Only need Surf to try and stop that plant, which might
come back. They're not good with planning, bro.
Alamau opening this wall already, looking for a pick, fishing for a kill, not finding anything just yet. Might have an opportunity if Ambi overexposes himself. There's a rotate for him to play around 2, but again, scared of the vert, he's forced to back out.
Fuse died shooting a default camera.
He's been able to find himself in this position several times, and the DMR of Loira has huge damage on
Ambi's 1 HP.
Minute 30 left to work with. G2 1 player down, and Alamau just looking for another reposition, trying to find himself some avenue of success. And Shopify Rebellion showing that discipline, showing that patience, not extending and not allowing these cutoffs, and all of them being held by G2 at this point that have that dividends. And they'll be patient, they'll wait as every second drains away. It makes this so much harder for our EML champions.
I think G2 without that shield player now want to try and clear top floor, but do they have the time as they lose Alamau for the price of Ambi? And Loira takes down Spoit, trying to come downstairs. Now we're back to even, but still the massive problem of Surf remains upstairs. Canadian and Rexon.
This is bad. I'm not gonna. I don't like the setup.
Cover him as Surf stares at the floor. Stares.
They're not going to be able to plan. They are not going to be able to plan.
They've seen this.
It's walk down gang. It's walk down gang.
Now become the most important player on this server. They're going to send out that Sands wall, but unfortunately, that's not going to do a lot when you have a Solace upstairs. But perhaps this is a bait and switch to try and draw a reaction from Shopify, but it will only find Rexon 1 pick on the Stompn. Blaz and Loira, the last 2 standing, and they have to do everything to clear this top.
Oh my god.
But no! Blaz can't give it 1. Loira finds himself a 3rd for this one. Bring it back level playing for Canadian. And Surf find a way.
He whiffed?
And Shopify
he whiffed?
get themselves to match point here on Lair.
I wonder if the nerves are hitting. There were just too many
he
people
whiffed?
for him to
he whiffed?
target.
Bro!
And now Shopify Rebellion.
It was Blaz. Blaz has been playing bad all day. That's how we're getting first pick?
Hey, all I gotta say is Ryan called a 7-7 match point game.
It feels like a 7-7. The best games always go 7-7. Always. 7-7. Go overtime. Let's go.
Those Goyo counters can be so impactful in the late stage. The lack of a Twitch getting brought out from G2 as well means there's no way to clear that with relative safety, guaranteeing almost that Shopify will find some value with those in the mid to late stage. Already hearing 1 burn away as we jump on board with Alamau. He's just trying to get himself in, and all the G2 posturing themselves inside of Warehouse. Again, the lack of hard breach or lack of vertical potential from this team means they have to somewhat go direct, and relying on players like Stompn and Blaz upstairs to act on that cutoff position.
Going almost full horizontal. The only player on the first floor is Stompn.
Come on, Zach.
Holding green stairs right now.
Come on, Zach.
Trying to fish for a pick. Maybe going for a call and trying to catch a distracted defender. He might have a couple of targets in Spoit. Or sorry, the 1 target in Spoit. He's the last man standing up here. Blaz also just outside as we start to hear utility going off on the site.
Those Candelas in the hand of Alamau, just trying to buy some space. Maybe, again, just trying to draw a reaction from Shopify at this stage. And that's the reaction they would have wanted. Ambi, Rexon finding 1 apiece, but Alamau decides it's time to dive in. Pistol in hand, finding 1, can't make it 2. Surf shuts it down, but Blaz is good for the trade.
Please, Blaz.
Blink of an eye, we find ourselves in a 2 versus 2. A simple tag team brawl to wrap up this map or send us to overtime. Stompn
bad timing
of damage, and Spoit regroups upstairs. Shotgun the work with, and the information seems solid. He can try and cause all the problems and deny that potential plants from upstairs.
And
not
again,
like
you
this.
said, he's got those pings, but do they have info in the other site too? Spoit is still upstairs. If Canadian dies here, this could be massive as he swings in, but Stompn's not looking. Turns around, knows where Blaz is as well. He gets the trade. 3 kills for the Flores, but again, Spoit is upstairs and Blaz is walking right back into the information. Spoit's got some vert.
I will suck
like
your...
He's rotating towards security. The plant is going down. Blaz will complete it.
Blaz!
Now he's in the perfect position.
Blaz!
To bring us
I will suck your shit.
The only disadvantage he has is the HP, which again,
bomb is down.
Blaz is not going to be
Ryan.
nearly as
Sky.
He knows 1 shot from
my god.
and incredibly mechanically.
I can't watch.
Will take him down.
Can't watch either, bro.
And lose his team the map. But Spoit, you can tell with the way he's playing, he's got no info. Blaz has backed off just far enough that Spoit will have to commit so much time to find him. He gets him.
Why not run away? Wait, why not run away? 15 seconds. I'm sorry, but like I have to say this. It takes 7 seconds to defuse. Why not just try to like at least try to like hide, you know? Spoit had no idea where he was. He has to defuse. It takes 7 seconds. All he has to do is stall another 7 seconds or 8. He could have hit, I feel like. He could have hid. But chat, they're not out yet, bro. They are not out. Hey, remind you, FaZe is in the loser bracket. Fury is about to be in the loser bracket. All the best teams are like in the loser bracket.